Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Willis going to look to throw first play. And he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
He finds his man complete. That's Crawford. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off.
And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches them. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Grimes. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Willis now off play action. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. To the right side into the hands of Flowers. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down. And And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Throw caught by Flowers. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Again, they'll run it with Grimes. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. With a carry, it's Grimes. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Here's 2nd and 10. Willis looks to pass it here. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now a 1st carry here for Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Grimes. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackler's made it about the 3. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Willis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of 1st halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. In motion left, Bateman. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's caught. It's Flowers. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
The kicker received in the short field, but that one was cleared back to the back quickly, too, before either guy in double coverage could react.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because, you know.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On the ground, this is Grimes. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
On the jump.
2nd and 5. Play action. Here's Willis. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hall. Touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it. Also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the coach putting the blitz on it. Remember, that coach, former defender in this league. He loves this.
Yeah, they love to see it happen because I think they just have that flashback about when they were playing, right? That's what we were taught. That's what we did. And they've used that same impact with their own teams and do the same type of teaching.
On first down, Grimes. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 53 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. He can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now Willis. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
You know the owner's got to be happy with that one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
A slant route caught by Bateman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Jackson now off the bootleg. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. In motion left, Flowers. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Grimes. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 67 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action with Willis. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Back to throw, Willis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Grimes. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd down, Grimes. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Ravens 14. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Ravens 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his 1st catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Let's get that touch.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Mark Andrews. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Flushed out right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Grimes. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Sly on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score. Commanders 45. Ravens 20.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Jackson going to keep it running right. He'll pitch it back. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return for the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Washington, they move back over 500 at 7 and 6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7 and 6 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.